What's up, salad eaters? Welcome back to Noise Salad TV, where you can find your healthy dose of mix-up and madness. So let's get into this entire Kanye and Kim situation, and I'm going to sort of give you guys a timeline of their relationship and kind of how Kanye helped Kim rise to a different level of fame, helped to elevate the Kardashians as a whole, and kind of what were the little pieces and what led up to their divorce and the end of their marriage. So let's just go ahead and take a little time machine back in time to the year 2003. Kim was working as Brandy Norwood, the famous singer, very popular at the time, Brandy Norwood's stylist. And Kim actually met Kanye through Brandy in 2003. Now, in an interview that they had a few years back, Kanye said that when he met her, he instantly had a crush on her. In fact, he used to go around and call her Kim Kardashian. He did not even know how to say her last name, but he was obsessed. She was his new obsession. Now, Kanye and Kim made several run-ins with each other throughout the years and, kept in touch and maintained a friendship. And Kanye actually allowed for Kim to be in a music video back in 2008. He helped her with one. And they maintained a healthy friendship throughout the years. So in 2011, we all know that Kim got engaged to basketball player Kris Humphries, and Kanye was really devastated. In fact, Kim actually did an interview where she talked about, going to dinner one night and she had on her ring and Kanye just kept sitting down staring at it and he looked really sad and she had to put her hand underneath her leg trying to hide the ring because she just felt super bad.
And realized that I fucked up pretty soon. And then what was crazy was, I've never told this story before. So I'm presenting an award, and the award was Kanye was nominated. Mm-hmm. So I see him backstage. We end up both at the Soho House, and he sat at my table. And I had my big ring on because I was married. Mm-hmm. So I'm like talking with my ring, and I talk with my hands a lot. So I'm talking, and I just see him looking at my ring, and his face would just like get heartbroken. Oh. So I sat on my hand for the rest of the dinner. I know that ring was like this with one hand.
That ring was probably happy as hell when you sat on that ring too.
In fact, Kanye actually admitted that he called Kim to discourage her from marrying Kris Humphries in 2011.
See, Kanye just got a phone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice. He used to never have a phone.
I got a phone because somebody decided they wanted to marry Kris Humphries, and I was like...
I remember when you didn't have a phone, and then you got one, and the only number that you called was...
I honestly forgot that happened.
Yeah, I forgot about the Humphrey marriage,
really
too.
Forgot about
I wasn't up to anything, and I looked on the internet, and there was Kim Kardashian with some extremely tall person, and I was like... I need to call her or something, and so I started sending her pictures of like certain basketball players that used to be cool, that now they wear their pants like all the way up. No. This is your future.
No.
And Kim and Kris Humphries filed for divorce 72 days following their wedding. Let's get a little bit into Kanye West and kind of his background and how he really helped to elevate the Kardashians and Kim to a whole entirely different level. So if you didn't know, Kanye West was dating his former girlfriend, Alexis Pfeiffer, from 2002 to 2008 in an on and off relationship. And he even popped the question in 2006 to her and asked her to marry him. So they were engaged from 2006 to 2008. But following his mother Donda's death, it really put a strain in their relationship. Donda really liked Alexis, and Kanye said that Alexis reminded him too much of his mother, and so that's why he promptly ended the relationship in 2008. Now, Alexis is a fashion designer, and Alexis is really who introduced Kanye to the world of fashion. She taught him and introduced him to the important players in fashion, the big dogs, who makes the shots, who calls the shots. You can actually find several pictures from the early 2000s of Kanye and Alexis sitting front row at several New York Fashion Weeks, Paris Fashion Weeks. Alexis is the one that kind of gave Kanye the books and the Bibles of fashion and gave him, what he needed to actually be able to be, the designer that he is today for Yeezy, and the information that he was able to use to really help elevate Kim Kardashian's wardrobe. So after Kim and Kris Humphries ended their marriage in 2011, Kanye and Kim became started dating very shortly after in 2012, and we actually saw in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kanye showing up to Kim's then Beverly Hills mansion and coming into her closet and, cleaning it out, telling her what she needed to get rid of, and, really helping to elevate her style.
Kanye is coming over today with his stylist, and he's giving me a full clothing makeover.
Hi, how are you? Hi. I'm so nervous. Did you look through my stuff?
No, not yet.
You haven't even seen my closet?
Not yet.
Kanye's definitely inspired me to want to be a little bit more of an individual. I think my style's just evolving and changing, and I think it should, because that's, what life is about.
Is it so bad to keep things?
But you gotta ready to clean out everything.
He's a fashion designer and he loves clothes, so I'm excited to collaborate with him to see what his take on fashion is.
Okay, there's a little explaining to do.
Okay, cool.
I know these are ridiculous.
Yeah, I was
I know.
What about this joint right here?
It's a dog bag now.
The shearling, the leather shearling.
I feel like it's so ironic that I'm the one that's always giving my friends their closet makeovers. So for the roles to be reversed, it's oh my God.
These can go, for sure.
Okay. Okay, do we not like these? No, I need these.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, yes, yes. But shouldn't I just keep this for my daughter one day?
Kim Kardashian back in the early 2000s and even in the early 2010s was really known for, accessorizing. She was definitely a girl known for not simplicity, but definitely accessorizing. So, accessorizing, and she also really liked to use a lot of colors. Now, Kanye used the information that he had learned, from his previous relationship with Alexis Pfeiffer to actually teach Kim and elevate her style and her status. Now, you can actually see how Kim's style changed drastically when they started dating. She really began to embrace a lot more simplicity, a lot more neutral and nude tones. You see her in a lot more nude, a lot more black, a lot more tans. You don't see her, showing up in a green outfits and bright outfits anymore. He even introduced her to major designers like Riccardo Tisci, who is the fashion designer for major houses like Givenchy, Versace, and Burberry. Now, in December 2012, Kim and Kanye shared that they were pregnant with their first child, North. And we actually were able to see Kim for the first time at her first Met Gala in May 2013. Now, unbeknownst to a lot of people at the time, Kim was not invited to the Met Gala. She was actually brought as Kanye's +1 because he was performing at the Met Gala that year. And she wore what was deemed the sofa dress to the Met Gala when she was 8 months pregnant at the time. And we really can see how Kanye basically has now elevated Kim to a whole new level. The Met Gala really is a place for A-list stars, people who are, on top. You're not just going, it's not just any red carpet. It is the creme de la creme, cream of the crop. The most famous people get invited to this event. And, if it weren't for Kanye, Kim would not have been invited to her first Met Gala. Now, Kanye was known to plan extravagant gifts and surprises for Kim. We saw that he proposed to her at San Francisco's AT&T baseball stadium, and they married in May 2014 at a very extravagant ceremony in Italy. For the most part, in their early relationship and marriage, things were pretty calm, cool, and collected. You never really heard that many stories coming out about drama in their relationship. Of course, there were rumors about him cheating while Kim was pregnant with North, but other than that, you really never heard many rumors about Kanye and Kim having, dilemmas in their marriage. In fact, in 2016, Kim said that I've definitely had my fair share of dramatic relationships. Honestly, this is the most calm, and it's nope, we're still together, we're happy, there's just nothing to really report on. Kanye helped to brand and elevate the Kardashians overall throughout that time period. He allowed for Kendall Jenner to actually model in his season 1 Yeezy collection, and that really helped to elevate her status as a model. Now, even though Kendall Jenner does have the physique that you would expect to see with a model, she's thin, she's tall, you know, she's not too voluptuous. A lot of people did not want to give Kendall Jenner a shot because of the fact that they felt she had an unfair advantage in her relationship to the Kardashians. And Kanye West really helped to kind of legitimize her as a model. Now, we really start to see the downfall and start to see more of the marital woes start to show themselves in 2018 when Kanye went onto TMZ Live and said slavery was a choice. Now, we did not know it at the time, but Kim Kardashian feared they were going to lose everything because of Kanye's outburst, and Kanye actually feared that Kim was going to leave him over this. He even, said it in a few lyrics to one of his songs. He actually said in an interview he did with the New York Times that there was a moment where I felt like after TMZ, maybe a week after that, I felt like the energy levels were low, and I called different family members and was asking, was Kim thinking about leaving me after TMZ? Now, even though, this issue definitely probably did stress Kim out, did put, a little strain on their relationship, Kanye and Kim actually renewed their vows 5 years after their May 2014 wedding in 2019, and we actually got to see a little glimpse of that on Keeping Up with the Kardashians while they were getting ready. 6 months later, in June of 2020, a few months later, in June 2020, Kanye announced that he was running for president, and Kim Kardashian seemingly supported his decision. During a political rally in July 2020, Kanye shared he was pro-life and anti-vaccine, in counter of his wife who's been openly pro-vaccine. What really made this rally so shocking, though, is that Kanye shared that he and Kim were considering an abortion on their daughter, North.
In the Bible it says, "Thou shalt not kill." I remember that my girlfriend called me screaming and crying, and I was just thinking, because at that time I was a rapper, I was out there, I had different girlfriends and everything, and I just thought to myself, I want to word this in a way that, hey, I don't give a f***. I'm going to word it like what I just thought of.
Yeah. LOL.
So my girlfriend called me, and I just thought to myself, please don't tell me I gave Kim Kardashian AIDS. That's going to be the worst thing.
Kim about to whip your ass.
She said, I'm pregnant. And I said, yes. And I said, no.
Where'd he go?
I was going to tell you what was in my mind. She was crying. She said, I just came from the doctor. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me I gave AIDS. Because I was having, like, the rapper's lifestyle. So,
Right.
She said she was pregnant. And for 1 month and 2 months and 3 months, we talked about her not having this child. She had the pills in her hand. Do people know these pills where you take the pills, and if you take it, it's a wrap. The baby's gone. So I was sitting up in Paris, and I had my leather pants on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You already
Yeah.
know, if you got leather pants on, you already know who this person must think they are.
Awesome.
And I'm in the apartment where my wife was actually robbed. And I have my laptop up, and I've got all of my creative ideas. I got my shoes, I got my next album cover, I got communities, I got clothes, I got all this. And the screen went black and white. And God said, if you f my vision, I'm gonna f with yours. And I called my wife, and she said, we're gonna have this baby. I said, we're gonna have this child. I know people that are 50 years old that didn't have the children, that didn't have that child, that have never got to experience the level of joy that I experienced from having a child. So even if my wife were to divorce me after this speech, she brought North into the world, even when I didn't want to. My daughter! I almost killed my daughter!
You did it. Kim still stood behind him after this incident publicly and made a statement saying, "As many of you know, Kanye has bipolar disorder. Anyone who has this or has a loved one in their life who does knows how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand." Kim was, of course, furious and hurt by Kanye sharing something so private about the family. Kanye also began spending significantly more time away in Wyoming at his ranch, and Kim and Kanye were not living together or spending as much time together. Kim went to visit Kanye shortly after this rally, where he shared these intimate details. So Kim went to Wyoming, and we actually saw several pictures of a distressed Kim in the car with Kanye. It could really be seen at this point that Kim was really genuinely hurt and broken by his actions and words, and this probably is really what kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back and probably caused a deeper pain and rift within the relationship. It was already rumored around that time that Kanye was spending a lot more time at the ranch in Wyoming and they were growing apart, and this probably really added to a lot of the strain that was on the relationship. By December 2020, it was apparent that they'd grown apart, as many sources confirmed that they were spending a lot of time apart and they were doing their own thing, but only came together as needed for their kids. Now, by February 2021, it was confirmed that Kim had filed for divorce from Kanye. Everything seemed pretty amicable between them in the beginning of the divorce. Kim even recreated their wedding scene for a Donda listening party 6 months later in August of 2021. In October, they were spotted together leaving Nobu together, and by October 30th, 2021, shortly after Kim hosted SNL, she was spotted out holding hands with Pete Davidson. Kanye unfollowed Kim shortly after this relationship became public and shared that he was hurting. Kanye stayed relatively quiet about his feelings towards the relationship between Kim and Pete until January of this year, where he released a song titled Easy. In the lyrics, Kanye said, "God saved me from that crash just so I could bait Pete Davidson's butt." He also confirmed during a January 2022 interview he did with Hollywood Unlocked that he bought a house across the street from Kim so he could be closer to his kids. In February of this year, Kanye West really kicked off what became a stream of sizzling Instagram posts by posting his daughter's TikTok and saying, "Since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will." Kanye shared several Instagram posts sharing that he wants Kim back and does not like the relationship she has with Pete, and begins referring to Pete as Skate. He also shared a screenshot of a text from Kim saying that she was worried about Pete's safety because of all the stuff he was posting, and that if anything happened to Pete, it would be Kanye West's fault. Kanye then promptly posted a screenshot of the text and told his audience to not harm Pete physically, that he would handle it himself. A day later, Kanye took accountability for his actions and made an Instagram post saying, "I'm working on my communication. I can benefit from a team of creative professionals, organizers, mobilizers, and community leaders," he wrote. "I'm still learning in real time. I don't have all the answers. To be a good leader is to be a good listener." Kim filed a request again during February of this year to be declared legally single after dealing with Kanye's post. She expressed in the legal document that she wants to be divorced as soon as possible. In the documents, she flat out says, "I very much desire to be divorced." She also states that she has asked Kanye to keep their divorce process private, but he has not done so. Kim continued on to say, "Kanye has been putting a lot of misinformation regarding our private matters and co-parenting on social media, which has created emotional distress." And this is not the first time that Kim has asked the judge to declare her legally single as they work through the details of their divorce. Previously, Kim first filed to be legally single last December. She also states in the filing, "While I wish our marriage would have succeeded, I've come to the realization that there is no way to repair our marriage. Kanye does not agree, but at least it appears that he has come to the realization that I want to end our marriage, even if he does not." Alright, you guys, so that kind of gives you guys a really quick timeline and rundown of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's whole relationship and kind of what led to the downfall and the little pokes and pricks that kind of led to being the breaking point between Kim and Kanye. You know, back in 2012, 2013, we all could see how obsessed Kanye was with Kim, and it was almost unimaginable that their relationship would not last. If you'd asked me 10 years ago if Kanye and Kim were gonna ever get a divorce, I most likely would have said no. I definitely would have thought that they would be together forever because Kanye was so in love and obsessed with Kim, and she seemed to be so in love with him. And she didn't take Chris Humphrey's last name, but she took Kanye. So that was also something else that really stood out about this relationship. However, it seems that Kim has moved on. She's at a new phase in her life. She's found new things that are more important to her. She said that she's had all the big things and now she really wants to focus on the little things and the meaningful things, like someone that can enjoy the same shows as her and someone that she can work out with. Just a little more meaningful, small things in her life that she wants. And I think that Kanye West is known for being very extravagant and doing things big. And I think that for this time period in her life, she's trying to look for something a little bit different. Now, I do have to ask you all, what do you think was the breaking point in the relationship between Kim and Kanye? Let us know down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop our next Noise Salad TV video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.